video, we're going to be looking at prime factors and how to find the highest common factor and lowest common multiple, or least common multiple as it's sometimes referred to. So the first question here is asking us to write 40 as a product of its prime factors. Now, what we're looking to do here is find the combination of prime numbers that multiply together to give 40. And we do this by drawing out a factor tree. So we'll start with the number that we're given, 40. And we'll go through our prime numbers and see which ones it's divisible by. So is 40 divisible by the first prime number, which is 2? Yes. So we've got 2, and we circle that because it's a prime number. And that leaves us with 20. Is 20 divisible by 2? Yes. So we draw another 2 and circle that as it's a prime number. That leaves us with 10. And is 10 divisible by 2? Well, yes. And that leaves us with 5, which is also a prime number. So that, just circle that, and then 5, we circle that because it's also a prime number. And that gives us our answer. Now, we've got the prime factors of 40 here, 2, 2, 2, and 5. So we write that out as 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Or we can simplify that in our final answer to 2 cubed times 5. There we are. So we'll, and I forgot to mention this at the start actually, I think probably, especially if this is kind of a topic you struggle with, maybe write out your prime numbers at the top of your sheet. So you need to know all your prime numbers up to 20. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. There. So the second question is asking us to write 72 as a product of its prime factors. So we start just like we did with 40. We write 72. Is 72 divisible by 2? Yes. So draw one branch, 2, circle that. The other branch, 36, which it gives us there. Is 36 divisible by 2? Yes. So we draw a branch off the side there. It's another 2. And that is going to give us 18. Is 18 divisible by 2? Yes. So another 2 there. That leaves us with 9. And then is it 9 divisible by 2? No, but what we do know is the next prime number, 3. We know that 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. So we write 3 and 3, and we circle. Let's get to the bottom of the page here. We circle both of them because they're both prime numbers. So then we can write that out as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Or we can simplify that to 2 cubed because we've got 3 2's times 3 squared because we've got 2 3's. Right, so now we're going to look at moving on to the highest common factor of 60 and 114. So I think the first stage of this is to find your prime factors of the two numbers in question, so 60 and 114, and you do that in the same way as we've done in this question. So I'll just skip that part and then I'll write, so you've got 60 and 114. And by doing your factor trees, we find out that the prime factors of 60 are 2 times 2 squared times 3 times 5, and then for 114 it's 2 times 3 times 19 there. And then the best way to find the highest common factor, I think, is to draw a big Venn diagram. And you've got 60 on the left-hand side, 114 on the right-hand side. And then the first thing to do is you want to put in the middle the factors that appear in both numbers. So we're going to have 1, 2 appears in both numbers, and we know that 3 appears in both numbers. And that's going to leave us with, on the 60 side, another 2, because here we've got 2 squared, whereas here we've just got 2 to the power of 1, and 5. And on the 114 side, we've already got 2 and 3 in the middle, so we're just going to be left with this 19. And then to find the highest common factor, we simply multiply the two numbers, or whatever combination of numbers we find in the middle of the diagram. So it's just going to be 2 times 3, which obviously equals 6. So your final answer is going to be 6. Now this question asks you to find the lowest common multiple of 70 and 56. So we're just going to start with exactly the same way as we did before. And again, let's go back to the first page. You want to find your prime factors of 70 and 56 in the same way that we did here. So you're going to draw your tree diagrams out. We then find that the prime factors of 70 are 2 times 5 times 7, and we can see that that's right, because when we do 2 times 5 we get 10, times 7 gives us 70, and the prime factors of 56 are going to be 2 cubed times 7, and we can see that's also right, because when it's 2 cubed we get 8, times 7 gives us 56. Then we're going to draw out, like we did in the last question, nice big Venn diagram. And in this question, I'm going to have 70 on the left-hand side and 56 on the right-hand side. We can see that we're going to have 1, 2 in the middle, because 70 has got 1, 2, 56 has got 3 2s. So 1, 2 in the middle, and we're going to have a 7 in the middle, as both numbers have a prime factor of 7. That's going to leave us with 1, 5 on the 70 ring, and it's going to leave us with a pair of 2s in the 56 ring, because we've got 2 cubed here, 2 to the power of 3. 1, 2 has been used up in the middle, so it's going to leave us with 2 in the 56 ring. Now, to find the lowest common multiple, instead of multiplying the two numbers in the middle, which gives us the highest common factor, we simply multiply all the numbers in the entire diagram. So we want to do 5 times 2 times 7 times 2 times 2, which is going to give us 280. And 280 is our lowest common multiple, so we can write that out. So that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. So 280 is our final answer. And then sometimes in the highest common factor and lowest common multiple questions, the fact that you're looking for the highest common factor or lowest common multiple is kind of hidden, so it'll be more of an applied question. So this question tells you that 2 buses, bus A and bus B, both use the same bus stop. Bus A runs every 10 minutes and bus B runs every 14 minutes. Both buses are at the bus stop at 11 a.m. And then the question asks you, what time will both buses next be at the bus stop? So what we're looking to find here is the lowest common multiple, because that's going to tell us how long until the buses are both at the bus stop again together. So we're looking for the lowest common multiple of 10 and 14. So we're going to know that the prime factors of 10 are 2 times 5, because we know 2 and 5 are both prime numbers, gives us 10. And the prime factors of 14 are going to be 2 times 7. So that's going to give us 14. So then we draw a Venn diagram again. They both contain 2, so 2 in the middle. And there's going to be, so if we say we have 10 on this side, 14 on this side, we're going to have a 5 there, because the 5 gives us the 10. and 7 on that side. And then to find the lowest common multiple, like before, we just multiply all the numbers in the diagram together. So we're going to do 2 times 5 times 7. It's going to go to 70. And that's not a final answer, remember, because we've got to apply it back to the question. So we're going to see the lowest common multiple here is 70. So the next time the buses are going to be at the bus stop together is going to be in 70 minutes. And if they're both together at 11 o'clock, 70 minutes after 11 o'clock is going to be 12:10 p.m. And that's your final answer.